Yeah, last year I graduated. Now I'm
Okay.
just looking for training on SAP.
Okay. So, Arya, do you have any knowledge about what SAP and what kind of packages it is providing or not? Little knowledge?
Any basic things like the functionalities and how exactly like
Okay.
process goes in SAP, like from
Okay.
starting the gathering of requirements and
Yeah, then it is good. Gathering of requirements, you know that. Okay. I can understand that. And what about you, Venki, the other person?
Yeah, hi, this is Venkateshan. I'm
Yeah.
living in Munich, Germany.
Okay.
Um, I've been working in SAP for past 7 years.
Okay. On which technology?
I'm just working mostly in technical areas like ABAP, WebDynpro ABAP, ESS-MSS, and
Okay.
this is the new platform for me to come into the data technology.
Okay. Database. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's good. Definitely, we have prerequisites what exactly SAP-Hana is making. Okay. So let us see here. Venki, can you make the please presenter?
Yeah, yeah.
Dear Venu, your voice is not very clear and it's getting disturbed.
No, no. Now it must be clear. Now it must be clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let us start here. So if you have any doubts, you can start with there and then itself, and then we'll discuss about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you have already a little idea about what exactly SAP is doing or not, let us start directly from the SAP HANA article. SAP HANA stands for High Performance Analytics Approach. That is what SAP HANA stands for. It is a combination of software plus hardware, which is not a tool or application. Like we have ECC application, CRM application, BOS reporting tool, different tools are there and applications are there. But this is purely database. That is why they are applying it as a appliance to your existing applications.
Yeah, now it's sorry for interruption. Sorry for interruption. Now it's very clear. Before it was very noise. Can you start with from scratch, like, because now it's very clear for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
So SAP HANA stands for High Performance Analytic Appliance. That is what HANA stands for, which is the combination of software plus hardware. And it's not a tool or application, it is a pure database. HANA is the database. That is what appliance means, where we are going to apply to the existing applications here. So as you can see that a superlative pre-configured hardware is available already. On top of that, we are going to install SAP HANA appliance. In a regular words, we will call it as a SAP HANA box. In order to purchase this hardware, you need to consult from HP, IBM, Cisco, Fujitsu, Dell. These are the hardware partners for SAP. On top of that, we are getting the license from SAP AG company for the SAP HANA appliance. This is what the structure, just like a basic understanding about how SAP HANA is the combination of software and hardware. The hardware is the superlative power hardware with pre-configured details already, especially for the SAP HANA appliance. We'll discuss anyhow in detail what exactly this consists of. And here, what led SAP to get into their own database today? In our business solutions, we have OLTP system and OLAP system. For example of SAP OLTP, SAP ECC is the OLTP system. As a OLAP system, SAP BW system. So in a normal words, any transactional data system and any data warehousing system. Now, the moment you do any transaction, immediately that will be updated into OLTP system. During the evening, that is getting updated into SAP BW system. On top of that, we are generating the reports. Now, the problem is we are facing the latency issue here. So for example, you have swiped some credit card today. Instead of once, the amount has been debited twice. Then what you will do? You will call to customer care in order to get the money refund back. In that case, they are asking us to wait for next 24 to 48 hours, right? Which means they does not have the real-time data in their hand immediately to answer your question. Due to that, due to frustration or something, you might lose. You might leave that company. In alternative is, company is losing some business over there. At the time as they are not providing the perfect solution. That is what latency here we are facing now. Is that clear? Venkatesh and Sampath?
Yeah, it's clear for me.
Yeah.
In order to eliminate this latency issue, SAP has come up with in-memory computing.
Sorry for interruption, Venu. Again, it started. I think Sampath, can you mute that sound from your side? I think. Sampath, now it's good. Good. Go ahead.
Sampath, mute yourself, and if you have any doubts, you can interact with the trainer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then. Okay. You can proceed.
So in order to eliminate that latency issue, SAP has come up with in-memory computing technique. That is what SAP HANA database, which can allow us to analyze the massive amount of data on a real-time basis. You don't need to wait for some long time in order to reply to the customer. Now you can update immediately. Your report execution is going to be faster. Your function module or whatever the code you are writing is going to execute faster now. That's the reason you can answer the customer immediately. Here, I have two things basically. The first picture is the traditional database.
Venu, sorry, can I stop here? Like, can I have a doubt? The ECC and BW system, there has a gap between like a day, so the data will update from ECC to BW maybe in the late night. But what does HANA exactly does here? Like, what is the maximum advantage it provides when compared to the previous days technology?
Okay, simple thing is, as of now, you have OLTP, right?
Okay.
And you have OLAP.
Yeah.
Next, down the line, after 5 years, maybe near future, they want to make everything as a single system. That's all.
Okay.
The same ECC application you can use for BW also. The same, BW you can use for database. Because as you have already working on the SAP ECC system, by default, every ECC system is embedded with BW system. You got my point now?
Yeah, I got the point. Yeah.
So now they are going to promote more into that embedded system side.
Okay.
So in our traditional database, we have hard disk, processor, and then RAM. Normally, when you purchase the computer also, basically we will request for this as a main component, like 500 GB hard disk, i5 processor, and some 4 GB RAM. So in the hard disk, we have the metadata and then data. In the hard disk, it is storing the way it is like it. And it is a physical data storage and consistency memory, permanent memory. So when we execute a query here, my results are reading from the hard disk. So for example, if I have 12 years of data in my hard disk, but very frequently I am reporting only last years of data, but still that is reading entire 12 years of metadata and then data. Then only it is giving the results for us. That is where I am getting the latency issue. Now, I have the second picture for the SAP HANA database, where we have the same components, hard disk, processor, and RAM. Remember 2 points always in the HANA database. First point, when you start the server, what are the data you have in the hard disk? Say, if you have 100 MB data in the hard disk, when you do start the HANA server, it will compress the data and then it is moving into the RAM. So for example, by that time, it could be just like 50 MB. First point, when you do start the HANA server, it will compress the data whatever you have in the hard disk and then it is moving into the RAM. Earlier, we have used RAM as a speed purpose only. Today, along with the speed, we are going to use data storage purpose also. Is that clear?
Yeah, very clear.
And always in the RAM, data will be compressed format. In the hard disk, metadata and then data. Now, whenever I am executing my queries, always my queries must run on RAM only, not at the hard disk level. That is what the breakthrough point is. Maybe you can ask one more time. What about the newly loaded data? Whenever you load the data also from outside any system, first it will get upload into RAM, and thereafter it will commit to the hard disk as a permanent, which means you are having the data at the two levels. One is as a hard disk, second one is as a RAM as a backup. Because RAM is performing as a faster when you compare with the hard disk. So that is the reason we are using for query purpose RAM tool. Those are 2 points, please remember that. Is that clear?
Sorry for interruption. Can you repeat the second point? The data load from the external system to SAP. What is the advantage?
First, it will load into RAM, and thereafter, at a regular interval, it will keep on merging to the hard disk.
Okay.
So the first LUW will be happen at the RAM level, like normally as usual at normal database. Like the same thing can be happen at the hard disk level also. At a regular interval, it is creating the save points at the RAM level. So you don't need to worry about your data losing today.
Okay.
You can recover these loggers in order to recover the data, and you can come into the hard disk as a permanent one. Another doubt. What happens if I don't have my data in the RAM? As I said, always your results are loading from the hard disk, RAM only, all your queries. But what happens if I don't have the data in the RAM? Automatically, for that particular selection, selectively it will load the data from hard disk to the RAM. You have option here, selective load, selective unload, so that you can keep whatever the frequent reporting data in the RAM. Whatever you are not frequently reporting, you can maintain at the hard disk level as a NLS, nearline storage concept, as usual in any other data warehouse. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
So this is clear. Remaining all normal points only. That is the basic resolution what they've got. So here we are minimizing the hard disk almost all the times. We are avoiding that. It will be useful only 2 points of time. One is at the system booting time, and second one is at the data loading time. As I said, new data load. So when we start the system, it is start to apply the data from hard disk to the RAM. There is only one such file, maybe in a lifetime of the company, starting the server. Data load means every day you will get the new data. For this, in order to get the calculation, it is using hard disk, because hard disk is the permanent one, whereas RAM is the volatile. As I said, you can selectively upload and deload. And remaining all the ways, all your remaining analytical applications is relying RAM as a data source to execute the queries. Now, as a part of hardware, there are different kinds of metrics are available.
I just wanted to know, I'm just new to SAP, so I just wanted to have some suggestions from you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Can we discuss later? Can we discuss later after the class? Yeah,
after that.
Hello, Venu. Hello. Venu, I think you are muted your mic. We can't able to hear your voice. Yeah,
I'm here. Wait. Yeah. Just don't be panic.
Okay, right. Okay, you can proceed.
So if you want to purchase hardware, the moment we decided to go for HANA implementation, the first thing is seizing of HANA hardware part. So then you can decide that based on your data volume to go for each size of system. If you want to go for a small system where number of CPUs are 2, server main memory is hard disk, each CPU will have the 128 GB as a hard disk, and compressed data in memory means RAM. Each CPU will have the 64 GB as a RAM. Like normally today we can see that 16 GB RAM, 34 GB RAM and 64 GB RAM as a normal RAM. But today we are going to have right from 1 terabyte to 100 terabytes of the RAM, since we are going to store the data into RAM. You have a large system also here, which is having 8 number of CPUs, and each CPU will have the 1 terabyte as a hard disk, and each CPU will have the 512 GB RAM. So 8 into 512 means it's close to 4 terabytes nearly. So once you have purchased this hardware part, on top of that we are going to install the center SAP HANA appliance. This is what SAP HANA appliance box. When you purchase license from SAP AZ company, they will give you the center green color box. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
Now, as any other data warehousing tool, you can load the data from different source systems into SAP HANA using different methods. One is SLT as a real time, second one is ETL, PODS. Whatever the data you have loaded using these tools will be stored into in-memory database. This is where exactly we are storing the data. In-memory database. By default, in the HANA database, it will create the column store tables by default. And it will allow us to create the row store table also. And how the query execution will be followed here? Using calculation engine and planning operators. When I say calculation engine and planning operator means, so for example, you have a multiple tables with the star schema concept. Center fact table is surrounded by different dimension table. If that is classic database, first you will execute on the fact table, then based on your query sequence, it will look for the master data in the dimension table. But whereas using HANA database, in the same model, different dimension tables surrounded by fact table, your query will be divided into a set of parallel processes, and then your query execution will be parallelized. Venkatesh, is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
Sampath? So that is the reason data is going to be faster executed, as your query is going to divide a set of parallel process and query execution will be done parallelly. So on top of that, they are giving the HANA Studio in order to model the data. Like if you want to create views or column views, anything you can create using the studio. On top of that, we have SAP BO as a reporting tool. Since HANA is a database, what we are going to do here is, as of now, our applications are going to be run on top of third-party database, Oracle, MySQL Server, DB. Those are all traditional databases. In order to get the faster reporting access, we are going to extract this data and loading into in-memory database. HANA is a database only. It is just database. In order to load the data, we are using different methods, either SLT or ETL process, data services. Once you loaded the data, any database cannot directly analyze the data. To analyze the data, we are using DB. To connect this database to applications, we are using ETL or SLT systems. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So this is what your typical real landscape in the project. HANA database can run only on SUSE Linux Enterprise Server. It will not support Windows Server. Only SUSE Linux Enterprise Server. You have different source systems. Can be SAP ECC, can be SAP BW, can be non-SAP system also. If you want to get the real-time data, I mean, the moment you loaded the data into your ECC, if you want to get replicated immediately onto HANA database, you have to use SLT system. That is what LT system is. Immediately, data will be replicated into HANA database. Or else, you can use the data services also to load the data into HANA database. Once you have loaded the data into HANA database, using the studio, we are going to access the using the studio, and then we can do the modeling. Like we cannot directly work on the studio, sorry, database, right? For that we are having the same studio how you have in the WebDynpro or any other Java studio, Eclipse platform. And in fact, end user also will access the same, but thing is they will access through the business objects 4.0 different reporting tools, fiscal report, then dashboard from it. So once you have loaded the data in, sorry, how you can load the data?
I have a question here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Can you go back to that slide which we have seen before? Here, like you were saying, like from the portal point of view, if user want to see the data in the web, so how the data access from portal to the HANA database? What will be the path?
Okay. Today they have given for us different flavors. Out of the business object explorer. It's a kind of browser only. So you can create a connection to the HANA database like any other JDBC or ODBC connection.
Okay.
Or else, if you want to use more play, visual intelligence is the very advanced one. Like you are from normal TV to HD TV. Such clarity and the execution points also is different. When you compare with any other whole activity. Multiple tools are in our area.
Okay.
And then how you can replicate the data into HANA database. As we discussed, for the real time, trigger based and ETL based, this extractor based is primarily for the BW concept. We'll discuss about that. But the major role will be SLT server and ETL replication. Now, if you want to get the real-time data immediately without having any latency, purchase a separate SLT system, SAP Landscape Transformation. This is a new tool from SAP. This replication server job is replicate the data between two systems, and then it will support SAP source system and it will support non-SAP source system also. If your source system is SAP source system, create RFC connection. If that is non-SAP connection, DB connection, like SAP and BAP only. Synchronize the database, directly database connection. So you have developed such an environment now. Now, click on the load button from the HANA system. A message will send to LT system. This LT system will create the database trigger in the source system. By this, it is generating logging tables, hash tables. Then itself instantly will be generated. So whenever you are updating any data or changing any data in your ECC application table, will be logged into these logging tables and then immediately replicating into LT system and then writing into HANA data. As long as this database trigger is alive, all your changes captured into logging table immediately, and replication also will be happened immediately. That is what is. Any doubts?
Yeah, clear.
And at this point of time, it is supporting only applications, not to the database. If you have a variety database, MySQL database, you cannot replicate the data. Application, maybe your application on top of any database, because you have application on top of Oracle or DBT, anything. But applications only, ECC, CRM, that kind of, where you have the tables, like table to table replication, VBAK to VBA, VBAK to VBA, like that. It will not support any unstructured data, any flat file, any multi-dimensional database processing system.
Okay.
That's what the situation today. Maybe in future, they might apply for other applications also. In order to cover all other points, like HTML data, unstructured data, or flat file, or multi-dimensional system, SAP BW, or extractors, or any open source, we can use the BODS as a ETL. It will not store any data. It will extract and do the transformation and load into target system. That is what ETL job is. So this is look and feel of your business object data services, where you can insert multiple source systems, multiple tables, do the transformation, update into target.
Okay.
And once you have loaded the data into HANA database, you can start to do the modeling using the studio. See, in your real time, you have two machines. One is Linux machine, second one is Windows machine. On this Linux machine, your HANA database has been installed. For this, there is a client tool. These client tools can be through the Windows, like Studio. So whatever the tables you have loaded into HANA database can be accessed through the Studio and do the modeling here, and these views can be stored into Linux. Venkatesh.
Yeah. Go ahead. Hello.
So what are the different types of modeling options here? So attribute view will represent your master data. I can say dimensions, 0 customers, 0 material, 0 plant and all. Analytical view, which can represent your info view, multi-dimensional reporting purpose. So the center fact table is surrounded by different dimension tables. Like the same, the central data foundation view is surrounded by different attribute views here. That is what multi-dimensional. If you have any complex situation, like how we are writing ABAP today, like the same we are going to write SQL script view. Like if you want to use the tables and a views combination or union and join combination, then go by the calculation view. Your aggregations, projections, multi-level aggregations, everything can be performed using the calculation view. Right?
So there is an option to write our own code here, right? In normal ABAP code.
No, it's normal. It is not normal ABAP. It is standard native SQL, DDL, DML step.
Okay. Native SQL. Yeah.
I think, by seeing this picture you can understand.
Okay.
And if you want to go by navigation, you can go by the graph plot also. So once you have completed with your modeling concepts, how you can use the security, roles and organization, PLC concept in our normalized concept. So row level security. SQL script is going to play it. See, as of now, we have written ABAP in ABAP ECC application level, since that is the application layer language. So your application can be ECC, CRM, BW, anything, which is equal to OpenSQL. By the time that is running and executing at the database layer level, that is running as a native SQL. But today, as directly you are working on the database, we are going to implement standard SQL.
Clear. Yeah.
So we have certain standard syntaxes are there, calculation engine based SQL, and how we can use them. We'll see each and everything as a practical using scripting, stored procedure, scripted procedure. If you have any normal standard SQL, field SQL, if you understanding, you can understand easily. Stored procedure, like a function body, nothing more. And how client can access this data. So there are different methods are there. A simple Microsoft Excel sheet also can be reporting on top of SAP HANA data, because till today also Excel is the most powerful reporting. It will connect using ODBO type, Open Database Connect, or Office Database Connect, like since that is from MS Office family. Apart from that, a set of flavors from BO 4.0. All these orange colors are a set of tools from BO. It can be Crystal Report, it can be Business Object Explorer as we discussed a few minutes ago, or Live Office, or you can create a universe and publish through Dashboard, or Crystal Report for Enterprise, or this. Different reporting tools. So based on the user level, if high person, definitely they'll require dashboard only. If a normal end user, they'll create the webby, like where they can create the dynamic reports, ad hoc reports, based on the situation. So how we can connect and what are the different flavors against the same picture. So this is what exactly your implementation project, if you are going to be, how the landscape will be as a rough. As a source system layer, as usual, it can be Oracle source system, it can be SAP application source system. We are using SLT for the real time or ETL, BODS, to load the data into HANA database. Once you load it, on top of that we are using the studio, then we are creating the modeling view, and then we are presenting it through the presentation layer. Can be dashboards, can be WebDynpro, can be any other business object experience. As a high level rough picture for you implementation. Okay, Sampath and the Venkatesh.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyone is having any doubts? How the course going to be? What is the concept and all? So any other questions? I'm here to answer.
Generic question from me.
Yeah.
Actually, basically, I was working in core ABAP and technologies like WebDynpro ABAP and portal site. I'm just totally coming new to the HANA site, and I heard like there should be some prerequisite knowledge on business intelligence and some bots, like this kind of technology. I'm not good enough in this area. Can I go ahead with this knowledge, or like do you suggest me anything?
For me,
I'm asking from your side. Yeah.
Yeah. Any ERP consultant. Simple. Any ERP consultant who is having idea about business and database. As HANA is the database, two types of jobs are there. One is developer and second one is admin. So anyhow you know that you are falling under developer only. Like any ABAP developer can be learned SAP-Hana. In our SAP perspective, I am talking about. See, you are also creating reports. SAP BW person also is creating reports, right? Anything wrong in that? But thing is, the way of consolidation is different from you and from ABAP and from BW person. They are generating as a combination of multiple tables, and you are working for a particular domain, like for a particular plant or material domain, BOM, or some sales and distribution like this. But they are working on all the domains. No change in that. Okay. Is that Venkateshan or something?
Yeah, Venkateshan.
Yeah, Venkateshan. Is that clear? Are you there?
I think some problem is mic. Sampath, you have any doubts? You can ask him. Hello, Sampath.
Right. Yeah, Venkat.
Yeah, if you have
Right
any
now,
doubts, you can ask him.
I think nothing as of now, because I'm new to this one, so I have no idea like what are things are. So,
Okay.
if this is a recorded one or
Not recorded one. You do one thing. If you have still doubts in your mind, just mail me. I will ask him. Okay. I will ask Wayne.
Sure.
Sure. Right now, if you have any doubts, you can ask him directly. We'll clear it. Okay. Yeah, Venkateshan, can you able to hear? Hello, Venkateshan.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. I think I'm disconnected.
Yeah, I have some questions like regarding the course structure and how many days it will be planned, and what will be the syllabus, and what will be the timings.
I think syllabus will be filled by.
Yeah, Venkateshan, I think I share with you syllabus. That is the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you can push it.
So it's going to be covered around 30 to 35 hours. So every day 1 hour session will be there. So we give that time, based on that we work out on the time.
Okay. If you get a chance of accessing to the system,
Is there a way like?
Sampath, you go ahead.
No problem. You can talk about it.
Yeah. How about the system access? Like you'll be providing IDS version, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If possible, can I have a look and feel about the HANA system like now?
Like your WebDynpro studio only here as a front end. Same Eclipse based platform only. Same. It will maintain all the tables under catalog, and you can do the modeling using the.
Yeah, Venu, we provide the access also. Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, definitely we'll provide you access. Still, if you have any doubts, Venkat.
Yeah, that's it from my side, Venkat.
Right. Okay, I will update you the timings and everything, class timings. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will see you next session. Yeah, Sampath, thank
you.
Sampath, thank you very much. Venu, thank you very much for taking time.
Yeah.
I will update.
Thanks, Venu.
Thank you, Venkat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Venu.
All right.
Venkat.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes,
Venkat.
Yes, Sampath.
Yeah, is there a way like we can increase or anything like taking classes for 2 hours or 3 hours a day?
Yeah, I will mostly arrange weekend training, Saturday and Sunday. So you will take 2 to 3 hours. It depends upon timings. Okay, 2 to 3 hours you will take.
Because I wanted to finish as soon as possible, but.
Right. Okay. I recorded this demo session. I will send you tomorrow. Okay, you can go ahead once again.
Even for me too, Venkat.
Yeah, sure.
Venkat?
Yeah, tell me.
Venkat?
Yeah.
Even if you send me the recorded question. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure, I will send you. Still, if you have any doubts in your mind, you can mail me, okay? I will ask that right now.
Sure, Venkat. Sure.
Okay,
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Venkatesh?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, go ahead, Sampath.
I just sent my email ID, so can you just test mail me so that if I have any doubts, I'll just.
I don't have your email ID. Have you tested me?
Yeah, Sampath, you can interact with the other students also if you still any doubts while learning. I will give you all things, okay? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it is. Oh, you want me to tell Venkatesh?
Yeah, sure. I will
Can
give you
you
that.